Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the wind, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Just the Bet Slips, where we promise you one thing and one thing only every single day that we are live, and that is to bring you the hot tips to help your bet slips. Everybody, welcome. Happy Nick Castellanos is a free agent day. Happy Canada beats the brick off of Czechoslovakia day. Happy Lindsey Vonn actually looks okay, but she's going to have a long road to hoe day. It's everything day. Welcome to the Olympics and everything that has to do with it. We are here for another fun-filled fancy day. Pat's frozen again because he found his other AirPod, and yet he goes to other things and doesn't stay on. There, now he's back. See, that's what happens. Like when you go to other things on your computer because you don't split screen, that's your problem. That's what you need to do. You have to have that tab up. You split screen, and then you only have that tab up. That's the key. That's how you don't become frozen. That's a weird picture, though. I'm going to screenshot that and just send it to you. Anyway, this is just a fun day. You were like this. Like locked in position. It was great. But we are here, and we are having a great day. And before we do anything else, let's go ahead and do the thing that makes sure we do not get sued. It's the disclaimer. 1, we are not professional gamblers. This show is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Number 2, please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford and only bet what you can afford to lose. And last but certainly not least, gambling can be addictive, so please seek the help if you need it. Utilize the resource 1-800-GAMBLER if gambling addiction has become a problem for you. And that's not just the sports book. That is the casinos. That is the ponies. That is the back alley street dice for you, Rob. Even though you did win another $8.50 last night, that was impressive. $8.50, by the way. That's not $800.
Hey, it's more than me.
Yeah, this is a very valid point. I mean, I went in with $20 and left not having $20. So it's fine. Everything's great. Back alley street dice. You got to get the word out. But if you have a problem and you are not doing it responsibly, then make sure you utilize 1-800-GAMBLER so that they can help you out. So 1, we're not professional gamblers. 2, please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. 3, utilize 1-800-GAMBLER if gambling addiction has become a problem for you. We're not affiliated with or sponsored by any specific sportbook, but we are sponsored by Nevin Eyewear, and everybody else is rocking their Nevins. My Nevins are not here. They are elsewhere. Yeah, but it's okay. They're actually by my front door, and I'm not going to go get them. But Nevin Eyewear, amazing sunglasses at an affordable price, and they're even more affordable when you use our code. And I'm about to drop it into the chat here on YouTube. If you are watching on X, you can. I'm going to drop it in that chat here in a little bit. But all you have to do is go into that, use that link. Once you use that link, then you can get the amazingness. Yes, I don't know either, Pat. It never does. You have to like click it live. It's not making a post anymore, which is really, really dumb. I don't know why. But as soon as you click that link, it will take you to Nevin Eyewear, and you can get 30% off of one pair or buy one, get two free. Utilize that link. You get free shipping of any order over $50, which you will do if you buy one, get two free. The 30% gets a little close, but you should be able to still get it. Nevin Eyewear, an amazing company, never odd nor even. It is Nevin, and they offer insurance if you break them, lose them, things like that. You just got to fill out a form, and you get free new pair. So that's what's great about Nevin. Go ahead and make sure you utilize Nev and I wear it whenever you can. We're also sponsored by Player Profit, and it is a sport book, not really a sport book, but more like a challenge system. And Rob's going to tell you all about it. Rob, what's up with Player Profit?
Yeah, so Player Profit is a challenge system built like a sports book. So you buy packages ranging from $30 all the way up to $500. If you use our code JTBS, regardless of what package you buy, you get 10% off. If you buy that $30 package, you get a $1,000 bankroll to bet with. Your first challenge is to get to 10% profit before getting 10% losses. If you're able to complete challenge 1, then you must get to 15% profit before getting the 10% losses. To complete challenge 2, then you're considered funded. You are able to cash out up to 70% up to that point and going forward. And if you're looking for a best, I would also say go to their website. There's more rules, regulations, stipulations. They have a 2-minute video. But if you're looking for a best bet, not a lot of going on today. I didn't want to do all NBA, so I decided to throw in some comments. I'm going High Point minus 14.5 at minus 105. They're going against FC Upstate. They're on a 6-game winning streak. They've beat USC Upstate 3 straight games. They've covered in 2 of those 3 games. SC will not be able to contain High Point's high-powered offense. They were going to make it rain today. They're going to win by 20 plus. This line actually opened at 19.5. For some reason, it got bet down to 14.5, and I'm going to take advantage of that because I think this is going to be an easy cover tonight.
Yeah, I mean, High Point, why not? And you can bet them there. You can bet them anywhere. Just go ahead and just not in North Carolina. So if you're watching from North Carolina, I'm sorry you can't bet High Point. But if you're on Player Profit, you could. So go check out those packages. I still think they're running their buy one, get the next lower tier for free. So you could check that out. Make sure you go ahead and do that. That'd be really clutch. To help your bankroll with Player Profit, just check the video out before you go ahead and make your purchase. Make sure it's something for you. PlayerProfit.com. Make sure you use that discount code JTBS at checkout to get 10% off of your package.
Rob,
next,
can you bet on Virginia teams on Player Profit in Virginia?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Oh.
There's no limits on Player Profit based on states at all because they're a challenge system and not actually a sports book.
Yep. That's the reason why more states are on Player Profit. So if you actually can't make bets in your state because they restrict it, check out Player Profit because it might be available. It's available in 47 of the 50 states. So it might be available for your state because it's technically not a sport book. It is a challenge system that you can get paid. So it's kind of like those game rooms that aren't really casinos, but they kind of are casinos because they're skill games. Sure. In
quotation marks.
Correct. Sure they are. Anyway.
By skill, they doesn't mean you can click a button to slide the slide up or down, but it was going to always be the same win no matter what.
It's always going to be the same. You're right. Yeah, they just changed the dimmer. That's the skill. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the rest of the segments for today, and we're going to start off with the performance double of the day, brought to you by the PD King. I didn't update that record before yesterday. We were up big, and it hit yesterday, so we're up even bigger. But I'm going to take Danny Advia, 35-plus PRA, and the Trailblazers money line today versus the Jazz. Denny Avdia is averaging 39 PRA this season, and he has 14 double-doubles. If he gets to a double-double, he has hit. He's only hit this number in 2 of his last 5 games, but both of those he got double-doubles in. So if you also want to add a double-double to this, it's also possible there, but I'm not taking it just in case he goes off in points today because they're facing a terrible Jazz team that don't know how to win games. So the money line's not where you're going to be sweating. You're going to be sweating whether Advia gets to 35, and you're praying the Jazz can at least keep it close through 3 quarters, so that way Advia has to play in the 4th, and then they can pull away and take the win. But because the Trailblazers are 7.5 point favorites, you feel like they're probably going to get the win versus the Jazz tonight. So take Advia 35-plus PRA and the Trailblazers money line at plus 120 today. That is your performance double of the day. Pat, Rob, Parker, what are we feeling?
Oh, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Danny Avdia. I wish the Wizards didn't trade him, but I mean, he's very skilled, can score, assist, rebound. Like, he's their best player for Portland. And as you said, the Utah Jazz are lay trash.
Lay trash. Rob, Pat?
Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
Oh no, you're gonna say. You're gonna see later. I love this. I have Advia doing something very similar but different, and I have the Trailblazers money line in my PD parlay, which has become my most profitable parlay by a long shot. I think I've hit it like 5 of the last 7 times I've bet it. And obvious, like he's probably going to get seven rebounds. And if he gets to 7 rebounds, he'll get to 35, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought on the matter. Pat, what are you feeling?
No, I think you kind of touched on it, which I think is the biggest thing is it's going to take minutes. If he gets the necessary minutes, then 35 shouldn't be difficult to do. But like you said, this could be a blowout by the third quarter, and then you're worried about minutes played at that point.
Yeah, and you know what? To tell you the truth, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. To be clear, and we'll see that here in a little bit. But I do think that it's going to be a little bit tighter of a situation. So there we go.
At least the Jazz are at home.
This is a very valid point. Rob, do you have a 750 today or no?
No, not today. It was too short of a slate.
That's fair. Not a problem. I just wanted to make sure because I didn't see it updated. However, we do have an updated slide, which is the Hold My Earrings at the AT&T Pebble Beach. She is going with Jen. The Chicks Picks is going with Akshay Bhatia. A top 10 finish this week at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am at plus 500. Listen, I'm a big fan of Akshay. The fact that he's, the first one literally went in with like a sling and got the job done. He had to go get taped up on the playoff hole. Man's an absolute gamer. It just figures the one time I bet him, it doesn't work out. But fire away. I might have to take Akshay here with my other $30 to finish in the top 10.
I have it on good authority. She put one of her $50 bets on this.
Ah.
All right.
Yeah, so she's got it. A very good authority, apparently. Since you're the insider there, you're like the Adam Schefter of Jen's bets. You hear everything as it's happening. But yes, Akshay Bhatia, top 10 finish today this weekend at Pebble. Feel pretty good about that, as Akshay's an absolute dog. So go ahead and rock the Akshay Bhatia for the Hold My Earrings bet of the day, which translates to this weekend. But that is all for the segments, but we will get into the rest of the show as it's green. It is soft. It is plushy, everybody. Get those fingers ready because it is the table. Yes, that's right. And we're going to start off with the PD King today. I've got multiple bets. Here's the reason why. You see right now the reason why I don't think the Trailblazers are going to blow out the Jazz. But I do think the Thunder are going to beat the ever-loving crap out of the Bucks. Big money is on OKC tonight. 56% of the bet is on the spread, but 61% of the cash. And they also think the over is going to hit too. The Bucks can score even without Giannis, with no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the lineup. You're afraid that maybe OKC won't be as dominant. But they actually match up really, really well with Kyle Kuzma and with Rollins, who I still think he'll get a couple threes, as you see in the threes ladder. But I don't think he'll be nearly as effective as he was last night when they got the win, much to the chagrin of me because I picked the Magic. But that's okay. I still think OKC gets the job done, so I'm going to take them with the spread. That spread has been all over the place. You can bet it on Bet Rivers at -11 right now, or if you wanted to take the Bucks at +12, you can get that way on Caesars right now. Make sure you're shopping where you place your bets. Just throwing that out there. I'm going to take the Jazz +7.5. Listen, a lot of money is on the Jazz spread. They've been playing a lot of really good basketball lately, and big money is actually on Utah money line tonight. But I still think Portland gets the job done. It's a 16% bet for the money line, but but the money percentage is 32% on the Jazz money line. I'm not that bold to go after that, but it is a +240 bet, so that's probably the reason why big money's on it. Take the extra juice, but I do feel real confident about that +7.5 at -112. go ahead and smack that up with the Utah Jazz. You might even be able to get this at 8, depending on the sport book, but I do have it at 7.5 on good authority. It is at 7.5. And then the final one, I'm going to take the Lakers minus 6.5. No Cooper Flag is the reason why I'm taking the Lakers here. Even though it's a pretty even split on the betters, a lot of people are liking the Lakers money line, as it's 95% of the bet share is on the Lakers money line tonight without Cooper Flag. But feel pretty good about that minus 6.5 as well for the Lakers, is 57% of the money's on that. Also, a lot of money is on the over, as neither of these teams play very good defense, at plus 334.5. So if you want to take the over as a double, take the Lakers at minus 6.5 and the over at 234. A lot of sharps and a lot of big money is on the Lakers over as well. The Lakers Dallas over. PD of the day is also on Denny Avia and the Trailblazers money line, as we already talked, even though I think the Jazz cover. Threes ladder. I think LeBron is always good for a 3. He's going to jack up enough of them, considering no Luka today. So I have him there, and then I also have Reeves for 3+ threes. Feel really good with Reeves coming back. He's going to want to try to prove that he hasn't dropped a step since the injury, so take it there. And I kind of talked about the fact that Rollins doesn't have the greatest of matchups, but he'll still get to 3 threes as he has hit, 2 threes, as he has hit 2 threes in like 11 straight contests. So go ahead and take Ryan Rollins for 2+ threes. And then I have a Pra ladder. Take Matt Christie for 15, PJ Washington for 20, as no Cooper Flag usually leads to PJ Washington having a good game. Give me Kevin Porter Jr. for 25+. I think he's going to get the boards, and he will probably get some assists for Milwaukee, as they have to score and keep it at least somewhat close before the fourth quarter. Austin Reeves, give me 30. He's the main scorer there, with considering there's no Luka. But, I expect LeBron to get a little piece, but I like the Reeves at 30, and then Denny Advia for 35 is my total slate today. How are we feeling about my tabletop, gents? Anything y'all would change?
Oh, because Luka's not playing, like Reeves and LeBron, they're going to basically do whatever they want. And then obviously Abdia is the best player on Portland. He can do whatever he wants because he handles the ball a lot.
Sure.
I mean, the Pro ladder, if you get Avia to 35, you're hitting that one, I think. I don't think the other 4 you have to worry about all that much. Reeves might get to 30 points tonight if he plays enough minutes.
Yeah.
LeBron will definitely make a 3, and Rollins is pretty solid, so it's just whether Reeves gets to 3+. But if we think he's going to get to 30, he's going to get to 3+.
Sure.
And then I think the Lakers minus 6.5 is the only thing you're sweating on the other spreads. But like you said, no Flag. That team is not the same, and they don't play very good defense. So
I think the one you're sweating the most is going to be the Pro ladder bet. I really like seeing just taking the spread at what it is, and I just followed suit. I also have the PD of the day, and I love that threes ladder. If that doesn't hit, that might be one of the surest bets we've had in the month of February.
I thought that too last night, and then I can't remember who I put up for 3 threes, but they whiffed hard. But yeah, I mean, I feel good about this one. I actually feel better about this one than I did last night. But yeah, still feel. Oh no, it was actually 2 because I needed Edgecombe for 2 threes and he didn't hit it.
right, yeah.
What compelled you to just do the regular spreads for the I feel like
I've been doing them this month. It's a turn the new leaf month of February.
Okay.
So I've just been doing straight spreads. And then the PD. This is pretty much going to be my tabletop for the rest of the NBA season until we get into baseball, and then it's hog wild with the PDs because I go crazy on PDs during baseball season. I usually do total bases plus a winner or Ks in a winner. So you're going to see a lot of PDs come baseball season. But with basketball, that's really where PDs kind of start with basketball. But I feel pretty good about just going with these types of bets here. I've had a lot of success with some ladders, so I like laddering. You kind of just slowly progress up, and it kind of makes you think about where you want to go with each bet. So that's the reason why I go with that. Next on the betting slate, it is Rico Suave and his tabletop. You got 2 parlays, man. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, as we all know, I usually go like hog wild on my parlays, but I'm only going 3 per parlay. I'm going OKC money line. I know Shea's not in there, but I mean they're better than the Bucks. So and Chet Holmgren, I have over 28.5 points and rebounds. And then I have Kevin Porter Jr. He's basically the only player for the Bucks. I have him over 31.5 pro. That's at plus 332. I actually feel good about that. I mean, Chet Holmgren is, I mean, dude is a man on a mission most nights. And then parlay 2, I have Blazers money line, Denny Avdia over 29.5 points and rebounds. And then I have Ace Bradley over 24.5 pro, which comes out to plus 364. I hope I can actually win a bet tonight because usually I don't come away with a win, but I'm feeling good. And I didn't go as hog wild on how many options, so I just kept it at 3.
I actually love all of these bets, truth be told.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I love both of them. And the fact that they're smaller makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. I actually didn't do as much research, and I just kind of whatever I was thinking at the moment and just put them in there. So I do feel good about less like options for the parlay.
So basically, you're thinking for at least Chet. So I like the Kevin Porter just because, yeah, like he's kind of the only guy. But for Chet,
no Giannis, yeah,
you're looking at like 20 and 10. 20 and
yeah.
9.
I mean, no SGA, like he's gonna be the main option, I think. So I think he can definitely put up some numbers tonight.
Yeah, no, I think that this is pretty solid. I mean, I think really what you're sweating is the money lines. Maybe not for OKC,
Yeah,
but I think that's what you're sweating. So
I don't really think you're sweating the Trailblazers money line. I'm thinking it's going to be a tighter game, but I don't think you're going to be massively sweating it. I think the Blazers are going to have it under control, and they're just going to kind of let the Jazz get back into it late. That's the reason why I have the Jazz plus 7.5. I think they come back into it late. I think it's a 10-point game with 2 minutes left, and they kind of grind out. I don't trust the Blazers to shoot well from the free throw line, and that's the reason why I think the Jazz end up coming back and covering. But I don't think you're going to be super sweating that bet. Yeah, you're going to sweat it a little bit because when they start breaking free throws, you're like, oh, come on.
No marketing, so
yeah, that helps too.
Yeah. So
wait, and is that Ace Bailey
Ace Bailey, not Bradley?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a mistype by me. That's my bad. Actually, I think I tried to put Bailey. I think I put a D by accident, and then it auto-corrected to Bailey or Bradley. Because, typing fast. What are you going to do? Next, certainly not least, it's the Duke of Slips. What you got today, man?
All right. Nothing too crazy. I think we've kind of talked about it. Yeah, LeBron and Reeves, 35 plus pro. I think that's a fun bet. The sweat to me is LeBron. I think Reeves gets there fairly easily. I think we were about LeBron, but without Luka, I think it's a safe. I think it's a good bet, not a safe bet. And then I did a 2 plus 3 points. A parlay. I probably could have thought of something more clever, but I didn't. It is Ace Bailey, shot Rutgers. AJ Green, I think we talked about him recently on this show. And then obviously Austin Reeves, just to have 2 plus 3s. Just for reference, Ace Bailey averages 1.5 threes per game. AJ Green's at 3. And Austin Reeves 2.6, but we've discussed that he probably has a bigger role today. For college basketball, yet another trend. All of these teams that I have at their regular spread when I got them have covered at least 15 spreads on the season, with a couple of them being 16. So Merrimack minus 2.5. I've had them here. They're 16-9 against the spread. Hofstra 15-8 against the spread. Stony Brook is 15-8 as well against the spread. Oakland 15-9, and Valparaiso is 16-8 against the spread, and then I threw that little 4.5 teaser. Thought about doing 5, but I didn't want to cross the 0 for Oakland, so instead I just did 4.5. So as you can see, I brought Val to plus 13, Oakland to just a straight pick 'em. Stony Brook 211 and Hofstra to 6. I got that at 240, and gentlemen, I feel very good about all these bets today.
I'm not hating on that. Gotta love the
Yeah.
Stony Brook. Shout out to Matt Stonebrook who came onto the show.
Yes.
Yeah, feel good about that one. Not gonna lie to you.
And how can you hate Valparaiso?
I mean, I can because they jacked me sideways the other day, but
Oh,
that's
really?
okay. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not mad about it.
You're not bitter.
No.
No.
No. Why would I be bitter?
Yeah.
Zero reason.
I honestly, I truly think that the only sweat here is LeBron.
Uh,
I feel. I mean,
That's fair.
obviously, some of the spreads, like the actual spreads, those are all, it's basically a 50-50 chance. But other than those, I think LeBron is the the guy I need to. I think the 3-point parlay hits easily. I think that tease hits easily, and then it's just the singles that I have there and LeBron. I think everything else is pretty locked in.
And that is fair. Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh
boy.
oh no.
Oh boy.
Jen
All right.
is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. But yes,
Hello.
that is Duke of Slips with his bets of the day here. And then last, certainly not least, we're gonna throw him up. Oh, well, no. I'm sorry. I forgot. I put Jen's picks in, and she's here. Perfect timing. Jen, what you got today?
Can you even hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you
Yes.
good.
Okay, perfect. I can't really read them because they're so small, so I'm just going to talk about them generally. I did post the AT&T Pro-Am, Pebble Beach Pro-Am picks yesterday, I think, on Twitter, but so I've kept them on here for today as well. These guys are doing great. I posted them before the tournament started. They're really doing well today. So feel free to follow those top 10, top 20. I also have a plus 7,000 as a first place on my personal picks. And then we've got ice hockey. I believe the hockey game is over already, but DraftKings has not posted these results. For the Olympics, because of the timing of where they are in Italy and when the games actually happen, I'm posting these on Twitter. So if you want these early before the games, be sure you check out our Twitter link to check out the bets we have for the Olympics. But yeah, I put those earlier today. So we've got golf and Olympics. Golf is going to continue. And as the tournament goes on, I'm going to update these throughout the week. So feel free to tail if you'd like. I love it. I'm doing really well at golf too.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. You're going to see that here in a little bit. Yeah, rocking the golf. Yeah, nailing it. I'm a big fan of Akshay this weekend, by the way. So
he's the one who's plus 7,000. I did bet him for to win overall, and that was when he was plus 7,000. Now I think he's down to like 6,400. But I last I saw before I left, I think he was like tied for 6. So there's a chance.
Fair enough. Yeah, absolutely. Loving the Akshay. Let's go ahead and jump. Yeah, make sure you're following us on X so that way you can get Jen's picks, and especially when we get into baseball season, we'll do afternoon picks, and they'll be on our X. So make sure you're following there so that way you're never losing out on a couple of our bets, especially when we get the afternoon baseball on like Wednesdays and Sundays. If we're not live yet for the afternoon ball, so make sure you're checking those out on X. Make sure you're following so that way you're never out of the loop on what we have on X. Now, last but not least, it's the professor and his parlays of the day. What you got today, Professor?
Yeah, first we've got the PD parlay, which, like I said, this is the one bet that I've been hitting pretty much steadily every night. But I'm gonna go OKC money line. I've only got 2 stats for this. One, they've won 45 of 47 games against teams with losing records, and 2, the Bucks. That's all I'm gonna say is the Bucks. 15 plus points. He averages 17.5. He should show out in a win with no SGA. I think he has a decent day today. I'm not going to overthink this one. I'm just going to set that and forget it. Trailblazers money line. Look, I would have taken them against the Jazz, regardless of Markkinen not playing. Markkinen is the Jazz, and they're not good. They're not good when he's there. So when he's not there, this could get ugly. I hope for the sake of getting Advia's it's not a blowout, but I just don't see this game. I don't think we're sweating this game ever at all. I think seeded right where I think we're going to be double digits, and it might creep back in towards the end. And then I've got Denny Avdia for 5+ rebounds. He's hit this in 7 straight, averaging 7.2. Got this at plus 168, boosted to plus 210. And I was just going to stick with one bet, but then I was like, you know what? I don't want to leave the Lakers out, so we'll do a same game parlay for the Lakers. So I went Lakers money line. They're 14-10 at home, 11-5 against the spread. There's no Cooper flag. They should easily win this game. Then I'm gonna go LeBron James 20+ points. He's averaging 21.8, hit this in 5 of his last 6. Reeves 20+ points, averaging 25.7. I think this is his game where he hit 35 in like 25 minutes or something the other night, whatever crazy stat it was. I think this is another one of those days. And then I'm gonna go Max Christie 10+ points. Just hit this in 5 of his last 6. His only miss went against the Suns, who have an incredible defense. That is not what he is facing today. He is facing a terrible defense. And I got this at plus 125, boosted to plus 156, and then we've got the high point minus 14.5 on the best bet.
Here we go. What's the one thing that you're worried about the most?
Good question.
Maybe LeBron James 20 points. I don't see it, but like I'm not worried about Christie getting a 10, and I'm not really worried about Reeves getting to 20. And maybe it's just one of the two guys for the Lakers not getting a 20. Maybe that's what it is, because maybe both of them don't get there. Like one gets 18 and the other gets 35 or something. That's the only thing that scares me. No matter which one it is, it could be one shows out more than the other, and it causes the other not to get there. But really, I'm not that worried about the PD one. I'm not worried about it at all, to be honest. That doesn't mean it'll hit, but I'm not worried about it. I will say when it comes to overall PDs, the PD King is still the PD King. And when it's baseball, he's by far the PD King. But I'm starting to think in the NBA, I might be the PD King.
Ooh,
I'm not going to say that I've hit 12 of the last 14 PDs I've bet, but I've hit 12 of the last 14 PDs I've bet.
What a statement!
Hey yo,
Unbelievable.
Coming from my crown, dog?
Just in basketball. Just in basketball. Just in basketball.
I'll let you have basketball. It's fine. It's fine.
Baseball. In baseball, I'm not even the prince.
It's a valid point. It's a very valid point. I'm not trying to be that guy. This is a very valid point. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm going to be a dick.
I'm very self-aware, okay?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't get Avia for 5+ boards, so I took him for 6. I think he gets to 6 easily tonight. So I'm a big fan of that. Make sure, and we've talked about this previously. Make sure that you are utilizing as many sportbooks as possible, so you can get all those different profit boosts that they offer. Shout out to FanDuel. I took both of your parlays on FanDuel, and I was able to get the 2 25% boosts. And I was able to utilize both of them to get those. And then there was a 20% boost that I used on High Point. So make sure you're utilizing all your books. I have boost through DraftKings. I got boost through FanDuel, boost through Fanatics, Caesars. I have 4 different books. Yes, I'm a gambling degenerate. It's fine. But I do it within my means, and that's always the key, and that's what we go to first. Speaking of being gambling degenerates and doing it within your means, technically, even though I'm minus 3.39 units, I'm actually up on the month because a lot of my hits I have been betting a lot more on. But I want to make sure that everybody knows that, if you bet just solid per unit, then you're there. Professor Parlay is the king of the units right now at 833. Poolside doing well. Jen has been killing it on the golf bets. Parker's making his first bets as of now. And I was massively up. I just hit a couple of bad streaks. But hopefully with that $30 free bet that I have tonight that I put on Parker's bet, we smack it up. And then I'm really on the good end. So make sure you're utilizing those Tuesday nights. Making sure you're utilizing the King of the Courts, all those promos that get you free stuff if you bet. Make sure you're utilizing all those, especially DraftKings. The crown is yours, definitely on DraftKings. They do a lot of those promo bets, so shout out to DraftKings. Like I said, I can't say this enough. Make sure you are following us on X. Make sure that you are tuning in, because we are going to be giving you a lot of bets just randomly throughout the day outside of just these shows, because we always want to be giving you those hot tips to help your bet slips, regardless of the time of day. And especially with the Olympics going on in Italy, especially Jen's been hammering the Olympic bets. So if you're not following us on X, you're probably missing some really good content and some really good bets that are out there. And as you can see, Jen is up almost 5 units. So if you're making $5, if you're betting $5 on a bet, you're betting $50 on a bet. Jen's up for you. Pat's been up this month. Rob is really up this month. So getting it done, and I feel like I'm going to be on the plus side of units after tonight too. I feeling really good about my bet.
We'll see what Parker does.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I mean, if Parker hits one of them, then he's on the plus side of units. So all you have to do is smack one. So that's the really key. And make sure that you're following us. Like I said, I can't reiterate it enough. As soon as we get to 500 followers, we are giving away a $50 gift card to the sportbook of your choice. So make sure you're hitting that follow button. Somebody's going to win $50, and we appreciate everybody there for making that happen. Thank you to Fan First for presenting Just the Bet Slips, and we love every second of it. Anybody else got anything? Any last calls before we get out of here? I know Rob had to leave. He had bowling tonight. So, anybody got any last calls?
Just please follow, because big things can happen, and not only can you win something, it would help the future of the show, and we appreciate everybody who does tune in. The Super Bowl was a success. We love it, and I'm trying to be a little bit more responsible with not as much volume and more quality over volume. Mm-hmm. So I'm good, and we'll see what tomorrow has in store. Friday the 13th might get a little spooky.
Oh boy, don't talk to me about Friday. We have back-to-back Friday the 13th, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, because February is 28 days, so we will have Friday the 13th in March as well.
That's awesome.
That it happened in 7th grade for me as well.
7th grade.
I remember that. I think it was yesterday.
Of course, 13 is my mom's favorite number, because that was the day she was born in December.
There you go.
Shout out Mama White.
Yeah.
But that's going to wrap it up for today's show. Thanks everybody for stopping in. Make sure you're hitting that follow button, whether you're on YouTube or X. Obviously YouTube, hit that subscribe and that notification button and that like button. We really appreciate it. Helps out the show. But that's going to wrap it up for today's show for Just the Bet Slip. So we promise you one thing and one thing only, whether it's posting, whether it's videos, or whether it's a live show like this. We always promise to bring you the hot tips to help your bet slips. Go responsibly, chase that bag, everybody, and allow us to play you out.
Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the wind, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet. Show me the